Hi everyone, and welcome to Catherine's Plate. Today I have the pleasure of having my mom on the show today. My mom, Jerry. This is my audience. We have subscribers, viewers, friends, old and new, and we have family members. And also, what? We have non-subscribers? No way. Come on, y'all. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you can see when my videos come out. I do 3 to 4 of them a week on Mondays and Thursdays, and surprises along the way, like this one. So y'all, the other day I was thinking, I was like, I need to make a dessert, but I want to make one from my childhood, one that I grew up into. So my mom was like, hey, why don't you make cream puffs? Cream puffs? And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is your famous cream puff recipe. There's no way I'm making that in front of you. You know, so, you know, my mom taught me how to cook when I was very young, and the expectations are, no, just kidding. No,
let's go a little higher.
Okay, way up there. So, am I going to cook her famous, you know, cream puffs in front of her? Nope, no way. So I'm turning the tables today, and I'm going to have her cook her famous cream puffs for me. So, we're going to get started.
We've assembled all the ingredients. What we're going to need is flour, all-purpose flour. We're going to need 4 eggs, room temperature. We need 1 stick of unsalted butter. So we're going to add salt. Instead of pastry cream or sweetened whipped cream or even a savory filling, we're going to use a pudding mix to make it really simple. Okay?
All right.
But instead of the usual 2 cups that they say to add to this, we're only going to put 1.5 cups.
Okay.
And that will make it really thick and really delicious.
All right.
And then after they're finished baking, and we're going to do it a few different ways to show people whether you can make an eclair or a cream puff or even little profiteroles. You remember the little
I remember,
yes.
Those little, yes.
And after they're all done and they're filled, we're going to do what I always did, and that's put my powdered sugar, and I mean, we're going to powdered sugar the heck out of those things. The nice thing is, too, you can put ice cream in them, you know, for summertime and everything. I used to do that and wrap them up and put them in the freezer, and they last for a good month. And you have this luxurious ice cream sandwich.
So y'all, we are going to preheat our oven. We're going to take our stuff over here to the stove and get started as soon as possible because I am hungry for these cream puffs.
You always were.
Always were. We always were. The whole family was,
your
right?
your dad couldn't wait for these things to be done. Right now we're going to take 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and we're going to go ahead and sift this. Now there's a reason behind this. Usually when you're baking and everything, you don't sift flour because it's usually pre-sifted. But we want to make sure that there's not 1 lump or anything in this flour to prevent it from becoming a nice, smooth, even dough. We don't want anything whatsoever left. And as you can see, there's nothing there. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead, and you can help me do this if you want. We're going to break 4 eggs into this bowl because we're going to need to add them to the dough 1 at a time. We're all set. We're going to get over here to the pot. We're going to turn it on, and we're going to start doing our pastry, which is cream puff dough.
All right.
Fancy way. Just a medium heat.
Medium heat. Okay.
Medium heat.
All right. It's on a medium heat.
Okay, and we're going to add our 1 cup of water. ¼ teaspoon. I love these little measuring spoons because they are built to do this. We're going to add that, just 1/4 teaspoon. And then that's over here, okay? And then we have a stick of butter. And we want to go ahead and add that to it.
Just go ahead and put it in there, the whole stick?
The whole stick.
All right.
It's a half a cup of butter. You can see around the edges, it's starting to bubble. Can you see the edges?
Yep, I see the edges.
Take our cup of flour, and immediately after, we're just going to put it all into there. Every single little smidgen. We can turn down our heat a little bit, and then we're just going to stir. And this does two things. It gets the floury taste and smell out of it, and you're going to immediately see that it's going to start thickening up this dough like mad. If you can see that, it's all coming together, and the butter is going to make it easy so it doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl or the pot. So now that it's come to this nice little homogenized ball, we're going to turn around and cut the heat off. We have a damp towel sitting on the counter here, and I just picked the pot up off of it, and you can feel how warm it is. And what we're doing is cooling down the bottom of this pot, because what we want to do is stop the inside from cooking any more than what it already has. And once it cools down for about another minute or so, we're going to start adding the eggs. We just don't want it to be so hot that it's going to scramble eggs.
It's coming together.
Yeah, see, you can do it.
Here we go. All right, we're ready for the other one.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Okay, we're going to put the last one in. There you go. And now you stir it even harder. And really just, this is a good way to work out your frustration.
I think she likes
Why do you think I bake all the time, right?
I think she likes to watch me do this.
Oh yeah. And so what we're going to do with this is we're going to put it into a piping bag.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold the bag, and I'm going to let you put it in.
Put it in there? Okay.
A little bit at a time, not a bunch.
Okay.
Put it all.
Smells
I
good.
know,
Already smells
I
good.
know.
What?
I know. But this is what they call pâte-à-choux.
Pâte-à-choux. Pâte-à-choux.
Pâte-à-choux. It's the French word.
French word. Okay.
Yes. And
Yep, I remember hearing that word.
oh yes, often.
Yes, often.
Yes. Yes.
How much of this do I cut off?
Just where my thumb is.
Right
Right
there?
there. Yeah.
That's
There.
it?
You know, we have it down here. We're going to bring it all the way down. And we're going to go right here, like where this circle is.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to just kind of push it down. Like this, so that it comes out nice. And we're not going to be circling or anything. We're just pushing down. And then when we get it as big as we want it, that's when we're going to ease up on the bag and then just lift it up.
Okay.
Then you have a little tiny profiterole. Isn't it cute?
It is.
Okay. Now for the cream puff, that's a
That's the
profiterole.
cream.
Okay, we're going to cut off just a tiny bit more of the tip. See, this is how you figure out what to do with these things. There you go. See, and now we have a bigger opening. Okay, and we're going to make our cream puff. Okay, and our cream puff is going to do the same thing. You push it down, just like that, as big as you want it, and then you're just going to ease up on the bag, and then come straight up.
Straight up.
Okay? And we're going to do the same thing, all the way down the line. We're going to leave about 2 to 3 inches around, so that, you know, they don't touch each other when they bake.
Okay.
Okay? That we can do with this dough is we're going to make, we're going to come down this way. Bailey, look at you. Look what you did. Okay.
Is that yours? I'll get down.
And we're going to do this. And then we'll just
There we go. And now, what are we doing next?
Okay, to finish it off before it goes in the oven, you need to put a little bit of an egg wash on the top of it. It's 1 egg yolk with about a teaspoon of water mixed together. Go ahead and do this. We're just going to dab. Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. We're going to make the filling for the cream puffs while they're baking, but we need this nice and cold and solid. So we're going to take 1.5 cups of milk. So you can help me with that.
1.5 cups of milk.
1.5 cups of milk.
We have one. And this is. Alright.
For that, we're going to add our pudding mix.
Okay.
In this case, it's vanilla.
This is vanilla pudding mix. This
Right.
is the
3 ounce.
okay, 3 ounces?
3 ounce,
All
yeah.
right. Instant pudding?
Instant pudding.
All right, so I'm going to pour this all in here.
If you want to be cruel to yourself, get the time that you have to cook. No, okay. The
We
other
believe
thing,
in simple, easy, and delicious.
right. You can also use any flavor that you want. You can use chocolate, banana. You can use, you know,
Anything else?
pistachio. Anything that you want to put into this pudding filling, you can. Just make sure that it is thoroughly mixed. It's going to be so good.
Oh, it is getting creamy in there, like a creamy.
Yeah, if you lift up the spoon, you can feel, you can see how thick it's getting. Yes. I mean, you can see how thick,
Look at that.
and
Right,
it should leave a channel right through the middle of it. So.
Do we need all of this for those? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Nothing can go missing, huh?
Nothing can go missing. Not on my
Darn
watch.
it. You gonna go check the mail or something?
No.
Find Bailey.
Find Bailey. Bailey is right behind me. I know where Bailey is. And we're going to cover it up, and we're going to put it into the refrigerator to get more solid.
So here, keep it covered. All right, we'll be back in
About
40 minutes, and we will finish this up for you.
Taking the batch out of the oven,
Okay.
and we've left it to cool for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's important because you don't want to cut into a hot roll. Okay. We have our little profiterole shapes. That's the very small little ones. We have our cream puff shapes, which are, as you can see, a little bit larger. And then we have our eclair shapes, which are the long, narrow ones. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut. And we're going to do this for a reason, and that's because you don't want any wet dough on the inside of these when you fill them. So we're going to do what the guillotine. We're just going to go off with its head. Just like that. And as you can see, there is some little wet dough left over. Not much. Okay, we're just going to scrape it out and put it off to the side, you know, because we don't want all of that in there. I mean, it's good stuff, but you'll mess with the filling. And then we go ahead and do this. There we go. And now we have our shell. We've gone ahead and scraped out any raw dough. And we're going to take our pudding mixture that we made, a really thick pudding mixture. Take that off. And as you can see, I mean, it's thick. It's not going anywhere. So I'm going to have you take it and help scoop it into. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to fold the bag over. It just slides down the bag. So we're all good to go here. And we have our little tip here. So we're going to take our cream puff. We're going to take this little pair of cream puffs right here. And we're only going to fill one part of it. So we're just going to take a little tiny bit off the top. Not very much at all, because we don't want to overfill them. And then we're just going to squeeze in a small amount. If you can see this. And there you go. And then we're going to top it. This little buddy right there. Isn't he cute? We're going to move him off to the side. And then we'll do the next one. Okay, we've done our first batch, and we're going to powder sugar these. I love powder sugar on things. And as you can see, I have a powder sugar shaker. Cream puffs and eclairs. They beautiful?
They're beautiful.
Well, there you are.
All right, everyone, we have our cream puffs. This right here is profiterole.
A little tiny one.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead because I've been waiting forever. Which one are you gonna have?
Oh, jeepers. I'm just going to have the one that's closest to me, which is this one right
All
here.
right, we're gonna give these a try. It's got the vanilla pudding inside and some powdered sugar on top. All right, everybody, comment down below what you would put in one of these.
These are so good.
I do like the pudding in there.
Yeah.
It's really good.
A lot easier than pastry cream.
Okay. Give us a minute while we savor the cream puffs.
I know. They're so good.
I can't tell you what's going to happen to these
I
after the
can't.
camera gets cut, but
Like that.
all right, everybody. Thank you for coming to my show today and watching my mom make these. Give us a big thumbs up. Give my mom a big thumbs up on this recipe and make sure you subscribe. I know there's unsubscribers out there, so yeah, right? So hit the subscribe button, the big red subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. My videos do come out on Mondays and Thursdays, and we have surprises along the way, which were these cream puffs.
Definitely.
So we will see you on our next episode.
Bye.